Hello there boys and girls, it's your boy Killaby from Indian Gamers Club. So today I'm gonna show you how to execute various strats on Overpass. You really should try all of it and implement it while playing because it's really helpful. So I would say let's get started. Now let's start with the overview of the strat. In this strat we are going to execute towards A side where 2 guys will be pushing from A long and 3 guys will be pushing from A short, and also will be using 2 smokes, one for bank and one for garbage area right here. And apart from those 2 smokes, we'll be using a couple of flashes and a molotov towards truck area right here, which will be actually forcing anybody out, like if in case he's trying to play from the left side or the right side of the truck. And yeah, so this is a very basic strat and you guys must have used or performed this strat while you guys are playing on Overpass. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys how to perform this strat like very specifically, and what to focus and what not to focus on, and how you can get that particular round in your favor. So without any further waste of time, let's get started with the roles and execution part of the strat. Now let's start with the roles part of this strat. I'll show you guys from where we'll be throwing the smokes, flashes and molotovs in this execution. So we'll be throwing 4 smokes in this execution, 2 for taking map control and 2 while executing towards A side. So to take map control, I'll show you those smokes first. So to throw a smoke towards A short, come right here at playground and then just place your crosshair in between this tower and this tree right there like this, and then just throw the smoke. So the smoke will pop right here as you guys can see, and it will allow you guys to take mid control properly without getting caught by anybody who's trying to play from A shot. As you guys can see, they won't be able to see anything or spot anything, and this smoke will basically allow you guys to take mid control and connector control easily. So apart from that, we'll be also using one more smoke for which will be towards deep A long for the main execution, to set up for the main execution. So to throw that, come right here in front of this lamp like this, and then just place your crosshair beside this T, like the edge of the T, and then just throw the smoke, jump through the smoke. So the smoke will pop right here, and this smoke will basically allow you guys to set up for your main execution. Why this smoke is needed? Because there is one smoke which is being thrown from A long, which is towards bank, from right here, which I'll be showing you now, and also we are throwing a molotov towards truck from A long as well. So that smoke is very much needed so that you guys don't get caught, or maybe while you guys are setting up for smoke, it should not be like cities are trying to backstab and kill you easily. So yeah, those two are those 2 smokes will be for map control, and we'll be also using 2 smokes for the main execution, one towards bank. So to throw the smoke towards bank, come right here in front of this door sign, and then just line up this part with this A like this, and then just place your crosshair right here and throw the smoke. So the smoke will perfectly land in bank, and it will block anybody to basically any vision who of city who is trying to play from bank. And also we'll be throwing one molotov as well from A long towards trucks. So to do that, come right here towards this wall and then place your crosshair above this building right there, and shift walk hardly for 1 second and throw the molotov. Yeah, so this is how the molotov will be. Basically it will force anybody out who is trying to play from the left side as well as the right side of the truck. And yeah, apart from that, we'll be also throwing a smoke towards garbage area. So to do that, come right here in front of this chair, hop on to this chair like this, and then just place your crosshair on this sign and throw the smoke. So the smoke will land perfectly in the garbage area, blocking off any city who's trying to get a peek on you guys while you guys are executing towards A side. And yeah, apart from that, we'll be using a couple of flashes. One will be from this position like this, and one will be for, like, from this position. So both the flashes will blind any city who's trying to play from side. As you guys can see, this flash will pop right there and this flash will pop right here. So if in case cities are trying to play like passive, like from behind this default position, or like from A long or from trucks as well, they will be blinded by those flashes easily. Also, there is one more flash which will be thrown from, like, you know, A long side basically, which will be like this. So this flash, like, we are throwing this flash because it should not blind your teammates who are coming from A shot. That is why we are throwing this flash, and this flash will basically blind anybody who's trying to, like, you know, take boost like right here over trucks, and or maybe trying to play from default or something. So yeah, and it will be easier for you guys to execute towards A side, and that's the roles part for you guys. Now let's start with the execution part of the strat. So as soon as the round is started, 4 guys will be taking mid control with the help of grenades and flashes. Like 2 guys will be throwing grenades and 1 flash can be used, and 1 guy will be watching for any A long push, like from this position, like this, and 1 guy will be just waiting for the call from the guys who are watching for, like, you know, any mid push. So as soon as the smoke which is right here is like, you know, vanishing, that is when the guy who is throwing smoke for A shot will be throwing his smoke like this, and after that he'll be throwing this flash as well. So as soon as that flash has been thrown and as soon as the flash is popping, the guys who are holding mid will be just, you know, running towards mid to take mid control, and also they can throw this flash as well. Why that flash? Because after taking mid control, they'll be also taking counter control with the help of 1 flash. But when they are moving towards counter, there might be this case that, okay, the city who is playing from bathrooms can just hold this off angle, and you guys might get killed by him. So just to, like, you know, force him back, make sure that you are throwing that flash. So yeah, so the guy who is throwing a smoke towards A shot, after that he'll be throwing this flash like this, and then he'll be just coming towards party area for setting up for his second flash, and yeah, and then he'll be just throwing this flash. So with the help of that pop flash, 2 guys who are taking mid control will be taking counter control as well, and this flash will basically blind anybody who's trying to, like, you know, hold connectors like this, as you guys can see. And so yeah, both of them will be taking counter control. They have to just make sure that each and every possible angle is cleared, like they'll be checking this as well, and, like, you know, deep connector as well. As soon as connectors is cleared, they'll be just falling back. But when they're taking counter control, the guy who is watching for any B push, like, also there'll be 1 guy who'll be watching for any B push. So like he'll be watching that by just staying right here from behind the barrels, and yeah, so once his teammates are taking counter control, he'll be throwing this flash towards B, just to make cities more cautious, and just to make them think that, okay, you guys are executing towards B side. And soon after that flash, he'll be falling back and he'll be helping the guy who is watching A long push. So once he's reaching right here at playground, both of them will be taking A long control, so he'll be just waiting right here, and as soon as he reaches right here, the guy who is watching for any A long push will be throwing a flash for him, and both of them will be peeking, like, you know, A long at the same time, and he'll be just running towards square area, and the guy who was watching for any A long like, you know, A long push, soon after that flash, he'll be also throwing a flash for square, just to, like, you know, make it easier for him to clear. So both of them will be clearing the square portion and the A long portion. Make sure that there is at least trade frag potential, so if in case 1 guy is dying, make sure that you guys are getting trades in, like, you know, very fast. So yeah, so while taking map control, you guys must have observed that, okay, there are at least, like, you know, 2 guys who are taking map control. There is not only 1 guy who is like, you know, rushing or, like, you know, taking map control. So make sure that there is a trade potential happening, and yeah, so after this, like after this flash, he'll be just holding mid like this, and like he'll be just waiting for them to just come back and set up for the main execution. So once counter is under control, and like, you know, once square is under control, main execution will take place. So as soon as the guys who are taking kinetic control are falling back towards mid, that is when the main execution will start. Two guys are already holding A long, and the guy who is throwing smoke towards A short, like in the start of the round, he'll be coming towards, like, you know, bathroom right here. Like, he'll be walking, he'll be not making any noise, and like he'll be holding this angle. He can ask for one flash, like which the guys who are coming from counter can, like, you know, throw. So like he can ask for this flash, and like then he will be just holding this angle, and he'll be waiting for the main execution. So the guys who are coming from connector will be having two smokes, like one smoke each. So one guy will be going towards A long, and one guy will be just, you know, setting like will be setting up for his smoke for garbage. So the guy who is going towards A long will be throwing a smoke towards deep A long, I mean the entrance of A long, like right here. So that smoke will basically allow the guys who are already at A long to set up for the main execution. So he'll be coming right here, and like he'll be throwing this smoke, and soon after that smoke he'll be running towards A short for his position. As soon as he's reaching right here, he won't make any noise, and he'll be just coming right here in front of this wall, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so as soon as he's reaching right here, that is when the smokes and molotovs and flashes will be thrown. So this guy will be already ready, who is throwing a smoke towards garbage area, and the guys who are at A long will be also ready. Once the smoke is thrown right here, they'll be ready for that, like, you know, their smokes and flashes. So this guy will be throwing a smoke towards bank and a molotov towards truck, like this. And one more guy will be there who will be staying right here. They'll be throwing this flash, and both of them will be, like, you know, they will be pushing towards A side from A long. And the guys who are at A short, one will be right here as I mentioned earlier, like this, and one will be staying right here, and one behind him. So as soon as the smokes are being thrown, he'll be throwing this flash, and he'll be just moving towards A side. Also, if he has one molotov or one like grenade, he can throw this grenade as well. And same goes with the guys who are at A short. If they have grenade or molotov left, they can just throw towards, like, you know, default position, so that they can get some damage going on, like on the cities who are trying to play from A side very passively. And also this guy who is throwing smoke towards garbage area, soon after that smoke he'll be throwing a flash, and that is when he'll be just, you know, pushing towards A side. So there is this coordination going on, like two guys coming from A long and three guys coming from A short, and you guys just have to check like, you know, normal angles like this, and maybe this default angle, or maybe clear angle, because truck will be already cleared with the help of one molotov. So there might be a case that they like the cities who are trying to play from truck would be obviously forced back, so they will reposition themselves like right here towards this corner. So check this angle as well, check default angle, and check this angle as well, and the site should be cleared, and the round should be in your favor after you perform this execution. So yeah, this is how the strat will look like. In this start, we'll be taking mid control with the help of one smoke, one A shot, and one flash. Two guys will be taking mid control, and then they'll be just moving towards counter with the help of one more flash. And yeah, soon after that, the guy who is at B will be making some noise over B side, and then he'll be just falling back to, like, you know, towards mid to help the guy who is watching for any A long push, and both of them will be taking A long control. And once the counter is under control, they'll be falling back, and that is when the main execution will start. One of them will be going towards A long, and one will be setting for the A shot, like the garbage smoke. And yeah, that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. This is Killer B signing off. Until next time, peace and happy gaming.